Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are talking about the fresh release from ICM. It's a kit in 1/48 scale, and this is actually aircraft combo because here we get US aerial target drones. In 1/48 scale it might be a funny build on its, let's say, sole purpose, because as you can see both are supplied with this special stand, so it can be used to demonstrate these drones in the assembled state on your shelf. Or maybe you can attach them to some aircraft if you would like to, but we have here the commercial sample and the kit number is 48399. So the box size is not that huge, even though here are these two items. You can see that the box size is typical for some figurine set from ICM, if we can say it. And here on the side you can see also some information about the kit. So it's written that we have 29 parts for assembly of the Firebee and also 36 parts for assembly of the Q2C. So you can see them both here again, and on the opposite side you can see also the marking guide for them. So this is the Q2A and this is the Firebee. So that's the Firebee, I guess. Okay, so the box is sealed with the tape. And for the tape I will have to use the knife because otherwise it will be a bit tricky to cut through it. And in the meantime I can remind you that these kits were part also of the some aircraft combos from ICM. I reviewed them too, so you can find it easily on the YouTube channel. And in case you are interested in more pictures, you can find it in the link in the video description below. So there will be a review article as well. And that's a top opening box. As you can see, this cover is quite flexible, just like on the big box. But we have also this sturdy white cardboard box, again, just like on the big kits. And here is what we have inside. So these kits are packed into several plastic bags. That's because they are released as a separate kits again. And I am going to open one of them and we will take a closer look together. Of course, we will check both of them, but I'm going to open the first one first. So, for the special stand, for the special trolley which is used to display these drones. So this one is for the first one. And as you can see here, we have the road wheels, we also have these special parts for the chassis, and everything looks quite nice. If I zoom in even closer, you can see that the wheels will have to be assembled out of two parts, so this is something what you cannot avoid. And the surface details on them look quite nice, so here I don't have any complaints about this. And here you can also see the structure parts, which are also quite good. And for 1/48 scale I think it's a really decent setup, and maybe with some weathering you can get even more impressive appearance. And maybe it's a good idea to get some references, because to be honest I am not sure how it looked like in the real life. And here is the aircraft itself, or the drone if you prefer. So as you can see, it should be assembled out of two hulls. Here they are, and one of them is molded together with the tail fin. We have the separate windows, and the engine nozzle is also assembled separately as far as you can see here. So that's quite built to do. Of course, I'm not happy that the nose cone is pre-molded, so it means that you have to be careful in such a visible and noticeable area on the aircraft. But from the other side we have the guiding pins, so at least this will help you with the overall assembly process. And as you can see, assembly should be also helped with the thin attachment points, and also that the wings are molded as a single piece part, so at least this. And note that the engine gondola here also features the guiding elements, so this is also a useful thing. But for the engine gondola it might be also useful because you can paint it separately. By the way, note that the air intake frontal section is molded separately, so again, at least in this section you will not have any seams and gaps. So for some modelers this might be okay, they might be used to work with such stuff, but I'm not such an experienced guy, I would say, with the joining the fuselage halves or assembling the rockets or missiles, so that's why I'm usually commenting on this. Next we continue with another one. It's a Firebee drone. So again, it's supplied with the special transport trolley. So here it is. As you remember, this one actually holds the aircraft from the top, and the tail lies on this special triangle. So it's quite a smart construction, I would say. And here you can see it from the opposite side. The wheels, the road wheels, are quite small. Here they are. the 3 wheels, as you can see. And next we continue with another plastic sprue. So this one is dedicated to the main drone parts, and overall idea here is pretty much similar to what we saw on the first drone. So as you can see, 2 fuselage halves, both are molded without the tail fin, because tail fin will have to be assembled separately. We have also the wing parts, and I guess the wing parts, yeah, they should be assembled out of 2 halves for each side, but we have the guiding pins. And external features, they include the recessed panel lines, as you can see, but they're not too deep. So you have to be careful in order not to lose those under the coats of paint and primer. And again, if I flip it over here, you can see we have the guiding elements for this large fuselage halves. And of course, the nose section, which is pre-molded, is quite a shame again. But I guess that's something what was done in order to bring the price of this kit a bit lower, because if we would get the one-piece molding, it will require a bit more investment into this. But overall quality looks quite nice. I don't have any complaints here. So it's just a matter of careful assembly and maybe trying to replicate the marking option in a more precise way. So I would like to start with the Firebee decals and assembly manual. So here I will zoom in, and here are decals. We have the shark mouth, which we saw on the marking guide, or the box art, sorry, but I guess there should be more markings included here, at least I hope so. And assembly manual comes in form of color printed brochure, so I'll close the lenses a bit and zoom out so that you can see the whole brochure. So here we have short history note, technical specifications, and we also have the paint numbers. But that's not all. Assembly process here starts with the parts map. So 2 parts, actually 3 parts will not be used. And first you assemble the engine gondola, then you start working with the some interior parts. And all of this stuff gets inserted in between the fuselage halves, obviously. Then you assemble the wings and tail wings, and here you continue also with the tail fins and the transport trolley. So for the transport trolley, I wonder how it will be attached, because as you can see here, we have quite thick attachment points, and that's not how it was in the real life. They were, as far as I remember, quite thin ones. So it's better to check your references. And here we have 3 marking options, so it's definitely a good thing to have in a combo set. Next, we continue with the Firebee. So this one we were checking the... So actually, and what is quite surprising, they are both Firebee. But this one which we were checking was Q2A, and the next one will be Q2C with a sharp pointed nose section. So here you can see the decals, and they're quite nice. We have, again, it hints that we have several marking options, which is quite good. And next we continue with assembly manual. So assembly manual is printed in color, and here we have the technical specifications and history note, also colors chart, and again you can see that it's one of the earlier releases, because we have the Revel and Tamiya paint numbers. Then we continue with the parts map. Again, 4 parts are not used. Assembly process starts with an engine gondola. You have to do some modifications for the parts in case you would like to replicate the marking 4, and then you can also see the assembly process for the transport trolley. As you can see, a lot of parts actually to be combined together, and then you place this aircraft on it. And here you can see the first marking option. Then we continue with 2 more. These are mainly orange colored aircraft, and this one comes as a surprise, I would say, the Navy drone, and it's actually from 2000s, so it's even more interesting. And as you can see, it's now with these black elements, it makes up a really interesting marking option to replicate. So overall, we get a really cool combo set from ICM, and it should be already available, so you can get it in Modelimex webshop. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion, so do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.